Just a thought on magic weapons in basic D&D. Now I play basic D&D. I was brought up playing AD&D, so compared to the newer style of D&D, there's not these complex, over the top, all these different abilities to magical weapons. It's very simple. It's either magic +1, or it might have a little bonus to versus lycanthropes or something like that. But the question arises, how do you implement a high quality weapon into your game that differentiates itself from a normal damage but also doesn't overpower magical weapons? Well, you can simply give a high quality weapon a +1 to hit and damage, just like a magical weapon, but it's different in the sense that it still doesn't have the ability to kill or damage magically resistant creatures. If you fight a ghost with your +1 specialized, beautiful handcrafted weapon, it's still going to not hurt that ghost. You need a magic weapon to do that. So there's still an edge to magic weapons. Or you could just give it a +1 to its damage aspect, or a +1 to its hit aspect, depending on the way it's being crafted. You can just sort of say, okay, it's only got a +1 to damage because it's got a very, it's made of a certain type of metal which, cuts really well. Or you could also have the idea that you could take a very fine weapon and see a blacksmith and who is very skilled at keening the edge and doing that sort of thing to such a degree that it gives you a +1 to damage for a certain amount of combats. You might say, okay, roll a d6, you get a 3. You've got 3 combats where you're going to have a +1 to damage on that weapon because you went and saw this blacksmith and spent a bit of money doing that. So there's always a cost. There's ways to just do little adjustments to certain that don't make them overpower a magical item that you can implement and bring into your game, your basic D&D game, that add a little bit of flavor.